Greetings, and welcome to the TV Box Stop channel. Today we have a new TV box release. Today we feature the Beelink R68 II, Amlogic S912 Octa Core Android 6.0 4K TV box. Beelink boxes are known for their excellent performance and software optimization, so I'm excited to see its hardware performance and benchmarking scores, so stay tuned. I'll be right back after this. Welcome back, and this is the packaging the box comes in. I like how it comes in a different packaging, and the box is professionally labeled with all the information about the box, which includes a nice barcode. This barcode is to scan with your smartphone, and it leads to a tutorial video about the box. Below the box, there's a tag here with some hardware specs. It says that the CPU is the Amlogic S912 Octa core CPU, and the GPU is the Mali T820 tri-core GPU. It comes with 2 GB of DDR3 RAM, and 32 GB of internal storage. You have dual band 2.4 and 5.8 GHz Wi-Fi, and Bluetooth 4.0. And I'll get into the details about hardware in a minute. In the box, you have the box itself. This box is made of metal, and it has polished edges and rubber tips at the base, and it also comes with an external antenna. Also included in the box you get one infrared remote control, one HDMI cable, a power adapter, and the user manual. To the back of the box, you get one HDMI port, one USB 2.0 port, you have your standard RJ45 Ethernet LAN port, you get an optical audio port, you have your power adapter jack, and an external antenna. To the side, you have 2 more USB 2.0 ports, and an SD card slot. To the front, you have an LED power light, and an infrared receiver. So I'll pause this video to connect this box to my TV, and when I return I'll do some benchmarks and let's see how it scores. So we're back, and I've connected the box to my TV, and on starting up the box, it shows the Beelink startup animation and its logo. So it takes about 15 seconds to complete starting up, and this is the launcher we are presented with. It's a simple launcher, and the icons are not labeled, so those who aren't familiar with Android standard icons will have some slight issues navigating the launcher. However, there's a quick fix to resolve this issue, and I'll show that in a moment. The launcher comes with a navigation bar for easy navigation, however, it's not visible when starting up for the first time. You have to swipe in an upwards motion at the bottom of the screen for it to show up. On the navigation bar, you have your volume control buttons for increasing and lowering the volume. You have a home and back button for easy return back to the home screen. You get a cascade button for multitasking between apps, a screen capture button for taking screenshots, a hide button to minimize the bar, and a power button to shut down the box. Please note that when you get the box for the first time, it doesn't come with root access. However, because of Beelink's efficient update service, after the second update, root access was granted. So as soon as you start up the box, go to the apps section, and click the update and backup button, and run as many updates as possible, until it says that the box is up to date. It will give a startup where you have to enter your language and time zone setting, and then you are all set, and your box is fully rooted. Back to the launcher. To make this launcher easier to navigate, you have to add shortcuts on the My Favorites column on the right. To do this is simple. Simply click on the plus or minus button here. You then simply click on any app you want to include on the home screen. Once each selected app has a green tick on it, you can click the home button to return to the launcher. Here you will see a list containing all the apps you've selected. To remove any of them is the same process, and unselect any app you want to remove. Let's open the apps section again. Here we have a list of all the apps that comes installed on the box. You have app for TV. This application is a hub for various apps. There's an app installer for installing APK files. You also get a web browser, a game called Fishing Joy, Kodi Media Center, Miracast, Movie Player, the Google Play Store, and a couple others. This is not all the apps available on this box, because after the Beelink update and the box was granted root access, you now have the freedom to download and install any app from the Google Play Store. Kodi can be updated to the latest version, and you can install apps like Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, WhatsApp, Google Chrome, Gmail, Skype, Netflix, Hulu, Pandora, small and large Android games, and you can sideload any APK files with the app installer. On the home screen you have a one-click memory cleanup button that shuts down any running apps and clears the system cache to maintain speed and high performance. So I'll pause the video for a second time to install some system and benchmark in apps, and when we return we'll see how it scores. So I'm back at the app section, and I will run the root check app to verify that the box is actually rooted after the Beelink updates. And it shows that the box is now rooted, running on Android 6.0 Marshmallow. This feature is important, because without root access there are many apps that you would not be able to run on this box. Root access grants you the freedom to install any app you like from the Google Play Store, or any APK file via the app installer. Now let's look at its hardware, and to do this I'm running the app called Ada64. And under the system section, here it shows that the manufacturer is a company called Nexin, an Android TV box design expert company out of China. It also shows the model of the box, which is the R68 II. Below that, here it displays the total RAM installed as 2 GB, and the available RAM after the Android installation. It also shows the total and free internal storage from the 32 GB remainder after the Android installation. You also have the option under Android 6.0 to convert external storage such as an SD card, a flash drive or a pen drive, to internal storage, whereby expanding your internal storage capacity, allowing you to download very large Android apps and games which wasn't possible under previous versions. Under the CPU section, it shows that the CPU is an octa-core Cortex-A53 CPU, which is the Amlogic S912 on a 64-bit system. The CPU runs up to 1.5 GHz, and not 2.0 as the CPU is capable of handling. Limiting the clock range to 1.5 could be a precaution to prevent overheating, a problem that can be solved by installing cooling fans and heatsinks. Under the display section, you have the screen resolution. The GPU is the tri-core Mali T820, running up to 750 MHz, and it has a refresh rate of 60 Hz. The Mali T820 is only supported by the S912 CPU or later models, and it provides the best 3D and 4K display from the smallest silicon area. Under the network section, it shows I am connected to my 5.8 GHz Wi-Fi band, and below here it shows the signal strength, the link speed, and the frequency. Under the Android section, it shows the operating system to be Android 6.0 Marshmallow, and it also shows that the box is rooted. Under the thermal section, it shows that the R68 II has an operating temperature of around 40 to 50 degrees Celsius, and this can increase depending on what you're running on the box, like playing high graphic games and playing 4K material. Under the codec section, here it shows a list of the various decoders installed on the box. In this list, It shows that the box comes with H.263, H.264, HEVC and VP9 decoding. These codecs are needed for playing 4K videos at various frames. And that's it for AIDA64 system and hardware information. For the first benchmark, I'm running the A1SD Bench Memory Benchmarking app. This app measures your RAM copy speed, your internal storage read and write speed, and your SD card read and write speed. And the results show that the R68 II has a RAM copy speed of 3226 megabits per second. Internal storage reads at 48.62 and writes at 11.35. The SD card reads at 33.34 and writes at 11.39. And that was your memory benchmark. I will now perform a speed test on my 5.8 GHz Wi-Fi band, coming off my AC router, feeding from a 30 megabits internet connection with the router in the same room. The results showed that the Beelink R68 II had no loss in download and upload speed. These results can change depending on your distance from the router, or if there is some interference blocking the signal like aluminum shielding in walls and roofs. Also, houses that are built with deck pan floors will also suffer from signal interference. I'm running the Antutu benchmarking application. This is a comprehensive benchmarking test that comprises of a 3D graphics test, off-screen rendering, image processing fisheye, image processing blur, and 3D physics simulation. It carries out a memory performance, and a CPU multithreading and multitasking test, and it also performs a user experience performance test. When all the tests were completed, the Beelink R68 II got an Antutu score of 40,709. The next benchmark is a CPU benching app called Geekbench 4. Geekbench 4 is a CPU benchmarking application that runs a series of tests on a processor, and times how long the processor takes to complete each task. The quicker the CPU takes to complete each test, the device in turn will get a higher score. The R68 II got a Geekbench 4 score of 458 single-core and 2,269 multi-core. For the GPU benchmark, I am running the iStorm Extreme 3D Graphics benchmarking application. iStorm Extreme is a comprehensive graphics rendering application that performs GPU measurements. The first test measures GPU performance while processing lots of vertices. And the other test measures GPU performance while processing lots of pixels. And the physics test measures CPU performance. In the iStorm Extreme test, the Beelink R68 II got a score of 6,223. And that's all for the benchmarks. OD comes with built-in video decoders for playing 4K videos, so I will run some 4K videos at various frames, and we'll see how the box renders these videos. First I'll run this Meerkat's Kingdom 1080p video at 60 frames. The picture quality is outstanding, and it plays in Kodi without any issues. Next I'll run this 10 bits video at 25 frames. And it runs smoothly without any issues, and the quality is very good. I'll now run this 4K 10 bits video at 59.940 frames. Kodi runs this video with ease, and again the quality is outstanding. On this 4K video, it has Dolby Digital Audio. Let's see how it plays. It has no problems at all, and audio is Dolby DTS quality. I'll run one more. This video is the same jellyfish video but at a higher rate at 250 megabits per second. And the box has some problems playing this one. I also ran it in the Android movie player, and the results were the same. So the box does have its limits on what 4K videos it can handle. And that's it for Kodi. For my final demonstration, I'm running 2 games to show the kind of entertainment you can get off of this box. I'm running a game called Air Attack 2. And the other game is Real Steel WRG.
The retro superhero, the comic book crusher, Ambush! He's huge, he's round, he'll pound you into the ground, Bat Boy! 3, 2, 1, fight! Maximum defense!
Well, as you can see, the 2 games ran smoothly without any pixelation or freezing, and the graphics was outstanding. So I would definitely recommend this TV box. The quality of the box and its hardware performance is really good. The concerns that I have with this box is that it should come with root access, and you shouldn't have to run updates to get it. The launcher needs more features, and they should put more cooling mechanisms and allow the CPU to run at its maximum clock range. Also, they should try to include H.265 HEVC decoding, and you still have to deal with an infrared remote. I recommend that you purchase a wireless air mouse or a touchpad keyboard for a better navigation experience. Also, if you like to play games, a pair of Android gamepads would make gaming much easier. So I've come to the end of my review of the Beelink R68 II, Amlogic S912 Octa Core Android 6.0 4K TV box. If you are interested in this box, a link was placed in the description area for more information. Thanks for watching. Remember to like this video if you found it informative, share it with your friends, and subscribe to this channel for more TV box stop video.